All right, I'm on hole number 2 of the Desert Dunes tournament. I'm in the practice round. Let's go check out the holes here. This is at it's Jamal Dunes is what it is. They changed the name. Originally it came out, it's the Dreaded Dunes if you go to Golf Clash Notebook, and it's hole number 2. We're playing straight up. All right, this is the Casper hole. Now there's several ways that you can play this, obviously, on these par 3s. This is one of those holes. You can play off of this island right here and bounce it over. You can bring a club that's got a little bit of side spin and a ball that's got some side spin. Excuse me. And you can play from right here and bring it around. Or there's a rough bump that you can play right here. But this rough bump, you have got to know what the wind adjustment is. And the deal is that it's going to change depending on whether we got headwind or whether we got tailwind or whether we got side wind because of this sand. And if you do not get that right, you're either going to end up in the sand or you're going to miss the rough. And the key part of a rough bump is hitting the rough. So I've had some success by hitting it in the rough here. Myself, I like to hit these types of rough shots. I like to hit from this part of the rough right here, or right up here in the corner where I've got a little bit of room to the left and the right, a little bit of room back. But I think that the way that the cup is that we have to be a little bit more on this side of it. So we'll have to wing it. I'm going to wing it. I know that you can bounce it over from here, and I know that a lot of people are going to play that bounce over shot. Hold on one second. All right, I'm back. Let me think about this. I know that there's some adjustment that we have to make here. I'm just going to go. Whatever I have in that bag will work. Whatever I have, I'm pretty sure it's a grizzly shot. I'm pretty sure. I really like that rough bump, but I know that there's an adjustment that we need to do on that rough bump. And in the practice rounds, we almost always get headwind in these practice rounds. If I can get an opponent, the big if. Here we go. Maybe we can get an opponent. Yes. Thanks, Ronald. Thanks for joining the channel. And Ronald goes first. Let's check out what Ronald does. So we got a 2 mile an hour tail side wind. I really like hitting on that part, especially if I can get up in the front. Closer I can get to the front where the rough is fatter, that means that if you make a mistake in your wind adjustment, you've got a little bit more leeway. So I think I am going to do the rough bump. And I am damn sure that we have to do an adjustment here. That is definitely downhill. Seems like I was out playing with my buddy one day and we were on this hole and we were hole-in-one in this. We were just smoking it. And with a 2 power ball, it's just everything to get to that point. Let me bring out a 3 power ball. Let's move that red line forward just a little bit. So 2.8, it's 3.08 rings. See if we can hit it perfect. Hit it 1 ring great to the right. You're right. I liked where it ended up on there. Woo! Hole-in-one. So either there's a really good funnel right there, or I needed to pull it just a little more than 10%. So it might be one of those 20% pulls. One of the two. I have to take that one again just to see what the deal is on how many. Let's take that one more time. Let's go in there and practice that hole one more time. Let's see if we can hit it perfect, and I'll do a 20% on it. We'll make an adjustment and see if that works. We'll see if it was the grate to the right and there's a funnel, Or if I should have pulled it just a little bit more. We'll see. Once again, if I can get an opponent. If I can get an opponent. Maybe. Thank you. Here we go. All right, my opponent goes first. Let's see what they do. Okay, we got a little bit different wind. And this is one of the reasons I like to be far forward in an area like this, is because with that kind of wind, what's going to end up happening is you're going to end up having to adjust over the sand, where you're going to have to pull to the point where you go into the sand. And a lot of times the sand, especially where the shadow is there, a lot of times the sand will distort the rings, and it makes it hard to do a really good adjustment. Here we go. Here we go. 20% times the wind. It's 3.2. It's 3.84 rings. Let's see if we can get all the way up into that spot. And if I can get my adjustment right. Hey, damn it. 3.84 rings. Woo! I'm going to have to pull over the sand. There's 3.584. That was a perfect 8.4 pull. Did you see that? Oh! And it great to the right again. And that time it went great to the right. So I think it might be 20% might be the actual adjustment that we should be making, because that looked like a great to the right there. So I'm gonna write on my notes that should be a 20% adjustment, plus 20 with a Titan. And I like being able to get farther forward into the zone up there. It gives you some options depending on which way the wind's blowing. Now, if you've got a 3-power low wind ball, that could be beneficial. All right, that was hole number 2 on Jemelle Dunes. That's the Desert Dunes tournament. Thanks for watching.